Namaste, Adab. Welcome to Cooking with Kay. This week is Meatless Week, and I thought I'd take a little trip to India. As you can see, I'm wearing the colors of India: green, orange, and white. Today we're making vegetable kormas. Again, it's Meatless Week, and I thought I would try this dish. Now, there are several ways to make it. I found lots of recipes, but I'm going with the most common ingredients, and we'll see how it turns out. I've never made Indian food before. This is my first time. So, those of you who know Indian food well and cook it more often, if you have great constructive suggestions, please leave them below. So let's get started. Most of the prep work happens before I came to you today, and there's a lot of cooking and there's a lot of chopping. But keep in mind, most of this stuff can be bought pre-chopped, so choose what you want to do. Quickly, the ingredients. I have here 2 small onions, 4 cloves of minced garlic, 2 seeded jalapenos, and I chopped those up, 4 tablespoons of cashews, just raw cashews, get them unsalted. I have here 2 large potatoes. I chopped those up, and my vegetables are here. I have 2 cups of string beans, 2 cups of peas. I have 1 red bell pepper, 2 cups of carrots, 2 cups of spinach, and 1 green pepper that I chopped up. Over here, I'm putting this in my basmati rice. I'm just going to toast these almonds, which is 1 cup of almonds and 1 cup of raisins. I'm going to drop that in my basmati rice, which is already done. Use my lovely rice cooker. And I have here some ground ginger root. I'll show you how to prepare that. It looks scary, but it's very easy to get prepared. And then I'm going to finish it off with some cilantro leaves. Some people use coriander, but I'm using cilantro. If you come back over here, we also have some ghee. This is what I'm going to saute my vegetables in, some of my ingredients in before I add in my vegetables. We also have here 1 cup of diced tomatoes, no salt added. And then I'm going to use a little bit of coconut milk. Some people use cream. I'm using coconut milk just to give it an added flavor. And then, of course, your salt and pepper to taste if you want that. So those are our ingredients, all right? Let me show you how to prepare this ginger. It's fresh ginger. And it usually comes, like I said, like this, okay? So you need to get that skin off. So all you need is a pear, get the pear and pare it off. Oops. I'm just going to get rid of the rest of the skin that's here. And that's that. And then you need like a little grater. See that little hole grater? It's going to grate really fine. See that? Some people have a microplane. I don't have that, so I'm going to use this. And so now I'm just going to grate my ginger. And that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish grating my ginger so it gets ready. And then I will meet you back at the oven so we can get everything started, all right? I'll see you soon. Hey everybody, we're at the stove. I've already added my clarified butter or ghee. I put about 2 tablespoons in. You can use vegetable oil if you want to, but I thought I've never used ghee before. I'm going to try it. It tastes really, really good. It's basically they take out all the solids and all that's left is pure goodness, all right? So the first thing that's going to go in this clarified ghee that's already melted are my onions. And I'm just going to saute these until they are tender. I'm not going to put anything else in here for quite some time. This is 2 small onions, and I'm just going to saute them in this ghee. And it smells really good, so I'm just going to do that for a moment. Now I'm going to go ahead and add all that garlic and my ginger in. And I'm just going to stir it around for 1 more minute. And then we'll add in our other ingredients. So now I'm going to add in all of my potatoes and my carrots and the jalapenos. Remember to make sure these are seeded, you guys, unless you just want it really, really hot. And the tomatoes. Some people use tomato sauce. I'm using these canned tomatoes. And I'm going to put in my ground cashews. If you're allergic to nuts, don't put this in, alright? just going to let this go in. Put that all together. And I'm going to put some salt in there too. That's going to let the liquid in the tomatoes come out and create a liquid so those potatoes will cook. And just add your salt to taste. Now I'm going to add in my curry. And some ground red pepper, just to spice it up. And I'm just going to let this cook till those potatoes get tender. After I've added my potatoes and mixed all these first vegetables in, I'm going to put a lid on my pan and let it simmer until those potatoes are kind of tender, about 10 minutes. Welcome back, you guys. It's 10 minutes. That looks lovely. We're going to go ahead and add the rest of our vegetables. I want to let you know that, as I said earlier, this is the first time I've ever made Indian. So there are a couple mistakes I've already made. Number one, do not drain your tomatoes. Keep the juice in there. I went ahead and added about 4 ounces of water just to make sure that everything cooks well and that the potatoes had something to cook in, you know, so it can get tender. And also I add a little bit of cinnamon in here because that just really gives it a nice depth of flavor. So those are some things I've already done just to shake it up a little bit. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add in my vegetables. Everything else that we have, the beans and the bell pepper and the spinach and the peas and everything. All of that's going to go in here and cook in. I'm going to add in some coconut milk as well. And then once everything is incorporated and I add this coconut milk, we're going to let this simmer for a while. I'm going to turn the heat down and let it simmer for a little while. And then when we come back, it'll be ready to eat. We're going to plate it up and we're going to see how India tastes in America, well, at least we're in my part of the woods, in my neck of the woods. I'm going to go ahead and add some coconut milk. Some people use heavy cream. I want that taste, that depth of the coconut milk, so I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to incorporate all of my flavors in here and let everything cook together. And when we come back, we're going to eat it. Alright? See you in a little bit.
Is it going to be a